pretty much what it's all about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So good luck to both fighters backstage. I'm sure they're going to come out and give it their best and hope the best man win. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Going Nader, round of applause. This is the main event of the evening. This is for the WKA World Middleweight title, proudly sponsored by Easy Contractors and PropertyAU.com.au. This is 5 by 3 minute rounds, 72.5 kilograms, full Thai rules. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce our blue corner, our challenger. Make some noise, Toby the Weapon Smith!
Here you go, guys. Have a look at this. We are in Melbourne, Australia. You're watching this on Fight Sports on Go Fight Live. We are 3,500 kilometres from Perth, and there is a massive contingent here to come and watch the Weapon, Toby Smith, the 20-year-old prodigy, trained by Blair Smith out of the Thai boxing pit. This kid's the WPMF world champion. He's living and training out of Thailand. 42 fights, 34 wins in what is the biggest test of his career, stepping up to take on the king, John Wayne Parr.
Well, look, I'm absolutely impressed with the support here for Toby Smith.
Fighting out of the red corner, the current WKA World Middleweight Champion, John Wayne Parr.
And I tell you what, guys, we've got an equally big contingent down from Queensland for the gunslinger John Wayne Parr. A big shout out to Angie Parr, Jasmine, Jessie and young Gemma. They'll be sitting up watching this. I think Gemma's about a month old. But I tell you what, big shout out to everyone up in Queensland getting behind this one. They couldn't make it down tonight, but John Wayne Parr, 118 fights, 88 wins, the current WKA world champion, a 10-time world champion, and he's putting it all on the line. 36 years of age, maybe even 37, but what does it matter with age when you get to that age? And taking on the Weapon, Toby Smith. Stan, you were having a bit of a word to Wayne out the back a little bit earlier on. Just give us a quick insight into what you had to say to him.
I just said to him, look, at the end of the day, life is about two things, two great things in life. When you're born and when you discover why. And we know why. He is the king of the sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the main event of the evening. WKA Middleweight World Title on the line, proudly sponsored by Easy Contractors and Property AU. 72.5 kilos, 5 by 3 minute rounds. This is full Muay Thai. Okay, let me please introduce, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 72.25 kilograms. Fighting record, 42 fights, 34 wins, 13 by knockout. Fights out of the pit, Thai boxing WA trained under Blair Smith, our challenger, Toby the Weapon!
I'll tell you what, guys, have a listen to that.
Wow. I've never heard any fighter come from Perth and get that kind of reaction.
Yeah, in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
His opponents, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 72.5 kilograms, has had an amazing 118 fights, 88 wins, 40 by KO, trains out at Boon Chu Gym, Queensland under Adrian Albright. He is the defending, reigning WKA World Middleweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, John Wayne Parr!
Guys, I'll tell you what, I reckon there's a little bit more support in the crowd here for the weapon, Toby Smith.
Absolutely.
This is 5 by
But
3
still,
rounds.
let's not forget,
Rumboy.
fighter from WA, one from Queensland, and we are in Melbourne.
Unbelievable.
I love it.
You know, we are privileged that Joe Nader has put this on because it seriously doesn't get any bigger or any better than this. 10-time world champion, the gunslinger John Wayne Parr, the man that came out of retirement. Joe Nader coaxed him out of retirement. He's now promoting his own shows, CMT, up there in Queensland. And the weapon, Toby Smith, 20 years of age, trained by his dad, Blair Smith. And if you want to see some anxiety in the corner, keep a watch of Blair Smith over in the blue corner.
I was going to ask because obviously it's his father because they look so much alike.
You know, Blair had a stellar fight record himself, but... And look, as Joe said, you know, this fight's been talked about for a long, long time, and Blair just let Toby just settle in. You know, he was only sort of 17, 18 years of age at that stage, and he said, you know what, we're ready now to take on the king of Australian Muay Thai, the king of world Muay Thai, John Wayne Parr. And mate, this one's proudly brought to you by Easy Contractors and Property AU, but we really do have to thank Joe Nader from Power Play Promotions for putting this on. Melbourne, Australia, the heart of Muay Thai at the moment, with two of the best fighters in the world in centre ring. The weapon, Toby Smith, finishes his Y Crew run. More of the crowd's on their feet. John Wayne Parr. You know what, guys? There was a picture of Toby Smith when he was about 9 years of age with a young John Wayne Parr. Toby was fighting at that age over in Perth, and he looked up to John Wayne Parr, and now he stands there face to face.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have everybody standing? We are going to have our national anthem before we start.
Here we go, guys. A little bit out of order. We've got the national anthem coming up.
Everybody standing.
it's all about. Strap yourselves in. You're watching Fight Sports, proudly brought to you by JPS Coatings. You're watching this on Go Fight Live around the world. Melbourne, Australia, at the Melbourne Pavilion. Big thanks to our main event sponsors, Property AU and Easy Contractors. I've never seen or felt an atmosphere like this in Melbourne, Stan, probably since back in the days when you were in centre ring.
Well, let me tell you, but it spells to be a great fight, and that's why everyone's here. It's been brewing for some time, and the hosting cities here in Melbourne, a packed out house, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody has left the pavilion.
In fact, I reckon a few people have snuck in just to see this as well. Toby the Weaponsmith, his pressure is relentless, but the experience of John Wayne Parr. So for the viewers at home, the weapon, Toby Smith got the blue gloves on.
So, good start to Wayne Parr. Classic catch and sweep. Already starting to unload.
Here's that switch up left from John Wayne Parr. That's one of his trademarks as well. Both boys have got the switch up lefts. Guys, we've got to remember, Toby Smith, he can fight down as low as 69 kilos, and when he weighed in at 72 and a half, he was ripped to shreds. We know John Wayne Parr, he's probably put on 10, 12 kilos overnight. So 5 3-minute rounds, full tie rules.
Nice step up knee from the weapon, but already Wayne Parr unloading with the left and right combinations. We know Wayne's strength is his boxing skills.
You know, and look, Toby's a little bit susceptible to getting cut. So I'm sure if Wayne gets a chance, he's going to throw those elbows out. But said Toby Smith, biggest stage in the world at the moment here in Australian Muay Thai, taking on the 10-time world champion. Referee for this one, Ignatius Missalidi, just letting it go in the grapple.
Interesting to see Wayne throwing those short punches in the grapple.
Crossing elbow from both boys.
Wayne Parr trying to line him up with the crossing elbow.
Don't forget, this one's 5 3-minute rounds. There'll be a 2-minute break in between rounds. And Toby Smith been training out of Thailand. He's been over there for about the last couple of years, just living and training out of Thailand. Comes back here for his fights, but is fighting on the big stages over there in Thailand as well.
Big right hand from the gunslinger Wayne Parr. Toby inches his way out of the neutral corner.
You got to remember, John Wayne Parr's had basically 3 times the amount of fights of Toby Smith, but Toby's turning up the pressure and relentlessly walking forward. And what a first round, guys.
Well, what can I say? Hopefully we've got 4 more as good as that one.
Let's go over and have a look at some of the replays. John Wayne Parr just taking Toby Smith down there. But Wayne, trademark hands in the corner as well. Toby just covering up.
Yeah, good defensive knee guard from Wayne.
And simultaneous elbows from both boys. Toby's looked like it connected. I tell you what, guys, the crowd is absolutely on their feet here in Melbourne, Australia. We've got Perth taking on Queensland. And I tell you what, if you're watching this anywhere around the world, get out a map of Australia and have a look at where we are. We've got 2 guys from the States just fighting in Melbourne at the moment. And again, Joe Nader, Power Play Promotions. You couldn't have asked for a better main event. We've got Blair Smith in the corner. Blair with looks like a little bit of a mullet coming on. Business at the front and a bit of party going on at the back there from Blair Smith. One of the most colourful trainers in Australia from the Thai boxing pit. And of course we've got Crew Dip in the corner of John Wayne Parr and Adrian Ormrod. Donnie Miller helping out in the Thai box.
Let's get ready for round.
So here we go, round number 2. You're watching Power Play Promotions live, Melbourne, Australia. My name's John Fergus.
I'm John Cavassini.
And I'm Stan the Man.
And I tell you what, they're stepping up the pace, boys.
Once again, Wayne unloading with left and right. As Toby tries to take out the supporting leg.
Ignatius Missilides. The boys are having trouble hearing the referee's instructions. And guys, really, you've got to say Toby Smith has nothing to lose, and John Wayne Parr is putting it all on the line tonight. The WKA World title is up for grabs, and bragging rights. Will he remain the King of Australian Muay Thai, or will he be knocked off by the young gun?
Yeah, but look at the way that Toby's trying to drive that left knee high up into the rib cage of the gunslinger Wayne Parr. And Wayne now trying to unleash the crossing elbow. It looks like Wayne is weary of the knees of Toby Smith, which is what he should.
Here we go, guys. Dueling elbows over in the red corner. And seriously, the crowd is on their feet. Joe Nader's over there telling the people in the front row just to sit down. And I think that's half of the Toby Smith cheer squad over there as well.
Well, at this rate, someone is going to get cut, because both fighters have signalled their intentions here, that they are prepared to let go and slice each other up. And once again, we see Wayne trying to guard the knee strikes from Toby Smith.
And I tell you what, Toby's just relentless, the pressure he's putting on John Wayne Parr. And this is like a stadium fight in Thailand, the way the crowd's getting into this one.
All we're missing are the bookies ringside.
I hope you're enjoying this, watching this on Go Fight Live from Melbourne, Australia.
Classic step-up knee from the weapon, Toby Smith.
And you know what, normally when we see Toby fighting, or anyone from the Thai boxing pit, you can hear Blair Smith in the corner. You cannot hear him this time. The crowd is absolutely into this.
Cheers from the crowd with every technique thrown from both fighters. But Toby Smith just continues to push forward.
Right above us in the commentary position. Again, Toby Smith just putting the pressure. The experience of John Wayne Parr just trying to lock him out in the grapple.
Look at the way that Toby just drills that knee up nice and high. We've got a perfect view here from our commentary position.
Yeah, he's chambering the knees into John Wayne Parr. And he's just not giving John Wayne Parr a chance to settle into any rhythm. And look at Blair Smith absolutely pumped and going off in the corner. Toby walks back with his hands in the air. John Wayne Parr walks back into the corner and sits down. And I'll tell you what, I reckon Blair just said to Toby, he's pointing to the corner. Absolutely animated. Let's go over and have a look at some of the replays. But Blair Smith is telling Toby that John Wayne Parr's sitting down looking tired.
But that's why I think Blair's putting the pressure on him. So maybe Wayne Parr can feel it in the later part of the fight.
But I'll tell you what, the highlights of that round, we had dueling elbows at one stage, boys. No one's been cut yet. Looks like a bit of a mouse appearing above the left eye of John Wayne Parr.
All the great sponsors, on behalf of Power Play, thank you. This is
once again, Wayne Parr, just his strength in his hands, working the body rips, uppercuts. Tempted the crossing elbow. I've never seen Wayne Parr throw so many elbows so early on in the fight.
I really believe tactically, I think Wayne Parr wanted to do damage early. That's what I think. And you can see Toby is putting the pressure because I really believe that they think the wear and tear will catch up with Wayne Parr later in the fight. That's my prediction from what I'm seeing. Tactically from Toby.
Look at that step-up elbow from Wayne Parr.
Guys, I tell you what, let's take nothing away from this man. That's why he is the 10-time world champion. He's composed in the corner. He's sitting back. Toby's full of enthusiasm. Wayne's just sitting back listening to Adrian and crew dip. You know, he's been there before. He's been there 118 times. He's had 88 wins, 4 of them by way of knockout.
It's out.
But the relentless pressure of the weapon Toby Smith.
This is round number 3.
Round number 3 main event proudly brought to you by Easy Contractors and Property AU.
You have to assume they're going to pick up the pace here, and they've already started.
Oh, beautiful round kicks from the weapon. Wayne does well to step out of range of the third one.
Again, big shout out to Angie and the Parr family watching this, and I'm sure the family's watching it overseas as well. And everyone from around the world, you're getting him $15 worth, I tell you what, here on Go Fight Live. As soon as Ignatius Missolidis stepped back, Toby was just straight onto Wayne again.
Oh, huge left knee from Toby Smith.
Just smart work there from Wayne in the corner, just trying to lock Toby out.
Look at that crossing elbow, upward elbow. Oh, another crossing elbow. Wayne now counters with crossing elbow of his own. It's almost an elbow fest over there in the red corner.
Toby Smith, guys, is really trying to make a statement here. Wayne's got to get out of that corner. I cannot remember a time we've seen Wayne Parr put under so much pressure.
Absolutely, and I've never seen Wayne thrown as many elbows as he has. And once again, putting that defensive knee guard, he's weary of the knees of Toby Smith.
I'm just having a close look at Wayne Parr. He's got his mouth open wide. He's breathing a little heavy, guys.
And look, Toby, again, just relentless the way he walks forward.
Oh, they're right above us here. Oh, no, he's rocked Wayne Parr. Was it the left body rip that did the damage? Wayne had his back to us.
6, 7...
Oh, he's not going to get back on his feet. Unbelievable. What have we just witnessed here?
We have just witnessed history in the making and the changing of the guard. The relentless pressure of the weapon, Toby Smith. John Wayne Parr sitting there with his back to us, up against the commentary position. We couldn't see it. Great respect here. Toby Smith coming over to talk to Wayne Parr. But I tell you what, guys, I'm speechless. Stan?
I'm gobsmacked. I want to see what landed. Was it a left elbow? The left elbow.
Know. To me, it looked like a body rip, did the damage and set it up. Here we go. Here's the replay now.
Let's have a look at it, because we didn't quite see where it was.
Oh, look.
Elbow to the jaw. Another elbow just missed the mark. I'm not sure whether it was
That's
the mid.
it was an upward elbow.
Watch. That was all it was. There was nothing else.
But I tell you what, the relentless pressure from the weapon, Toby Smith. And a very happy Blair Smith. You couldn't meet a prouder dad in the world at the moment.
Absolutely. I've always got the image of Blair Smith wiping his face with the blood of Toby when he fought Super Bond in Sydney.
Yeah, I tell you what, John Wayne Parr looking dejected in the corner, as he would be. His left eye's closed up. We have witnessed history here, guys, tonight.
On behalf of Power Play Promotions, give these two warriors a big round of applause.
And Stan, there has not been a crowd reaction like this since you were in centre ring.
Man, this is amazing, and there's no local fighter. No local fighter fighting here tonight, you know, I mean, like, as a main event.
To the centre of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, in round number 3, 2 minutes, 13 seconds, referee Ignatius stop this fight by TKO for the winner and WKA middleweight title holder, Toby the Weapon Smith!
And I tell you what, guys, a dejected John Wayne Parr just left the ring. He's shattered.
Middleweight title holder.
The pressure that Toby Smith put on him was... I've never seen anyone... That's Toby's style, but I've never seen anyone take it up to Wayne Parr the way that he did.
Yeah, absolutely. And to make Wayne throw so many elbows so early on in the fight, he had Wayne on the back foot. I've never seen Wayne try and be so offensive in probably many of his fights that we've called. But at the end of the day, it was an elbow that did the damage.
Yeah, Wayne Parr's left eye's closed up. He's left the ring. He's dejected. You know, as I said, guys, we've witnessed history in the making here. John Wayne Parr, he's given us absolutely everything. He's put Australian Muay Thai on the map. 10-time world champion. But right now, the weapon Toby Smith is the new WKA world middleweight champion. And let's go over to Matt Pilios. I'm sure we'll be having a word to Toby Smith.
Before we speak to Toby Smith, please give a massive ovation. Made his way in the back, John Wayne Parr, one of the greatest fighters, not just in Australia, in the world. Doctors have advised John Wayne Parr to make his way to the back. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a new world middleweight WKA champion, the babyface assassin, the weapon, Toby Smith. Congratulations, no doubt the biggest win of your career.
Thanks everyone, all my mates from West Australia. Cheers to everyone for coming and supporting me. All your legends, everyone.
To come to Melbourne, to come to one of the biggest shows in Australia and fight a legend, one of the toughest, one of the best in the business, John Wayne Parr. It must have been daunting. You got a belt, you're the world champion, an unbelievable feat. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate. Well, yeah, he's one of my idols I looked up to. I couldn't even look him in the eye. I was a bit intimidated, so I just looking down, all right, we're going to fight. But yeah, I got through it.
You got him through. You got him in some really full elbows in the face. He's tough as nails. It took at least, it got to 15 or 16 when he started to get hurt. What were you thinking in that third round? What do I have to do to stop this champion?
Well, Matt, I don't know. That's just my style. Just pressure, and just I hope that that I'll get him tired. And then I knew by after the second he was getting tired, so just kept pushing that pace, and then I got him in the end.
This is being streamed all across Australia and the world at the moment. Joe Nader said, if there's someone that can beat John Wayne Parr, it's this guy, Toby Smith. Unbelievable effort. It's been a huge camp for you. It must be an amazing feeling. No doubt you've got a lot of people and sponsors and trainers to thank.
Yeah, I just want to thank my dad. Like, he's the one that's, ever since I'm 7 years old, he's been training my ass off for this day. Yeah, I'd like to thank also Rock and Roll Your Fight Wear. just helping me out, everything they do for me. Cheers, guys. Also, my gym in Bangkok, FA group. They're just that now that I've been training there, my training's as I'm fighting, it's just getting a lot better now. I'd like to thank Bedshed as well and Supplement Mark. Cheers, guys.
Unbelievable. I don't think, and I'll speak to Joe Nader, I don't think John Wayne Parr's ever lost in a power play show ever before. Joey, he's been beaten by one of the best up-and-coming fighters now in the world. You must be extremely proud of Toby Smith.
Look, I think you'd be very extremely proud of this young boy. I mean, we all knew what he's capable of doing. I mean, John's been around for a very long time. Full credit to John. He's got a good elbow in the eye. His eye socket went down. It's the game. But you know what? Toby is young. He's been fighting the best. He's been beating the best. And like I said, I've put many people before Wayne in the past, and no one's ever been able to do what Toby's achieved tonight. So, my friend, I take my hat off to you. You are a true champion, and hopefully we get down to see you in Melbourne again.
Thank you, Joe Nader. Ladies and gentlemen, our new World WKA Middleweight Champion, Toby the Weapon Smith.
Here you go, guys. What an absolutely sensational way to finish the night, Johnny Kev. Stan Longanides has gone off to have a chat to some people, but, mate, it's been a massive night here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Toby Smith is our new World Middleweight WKA Champion. Great win over John Wayne Parr. What an unbelievable event it has been here at the Melbourne Pavilion tonight. Power Play 24. On behalf of Joe and the Power Play team, congratulations to our 3 title holders. In the end, it was Toby the Weapon Smith defeating the legend John Wayne Parr. I'm Matt Pilios. We'll see you next time at Power Play Promotions. Thank you and good night. Bye for
Equally
now.
as many come down to see John Wayne Parr, but as you said, there's a changing of the guard, the new WKA World Champion. We hope you've enjoyed watching Fight Sports tonight on Go Fight Live. It's been a massive night. Tune in again to the next Power Play Promotion number 25. I reckon we might see this young kid headlining it again. Commiserations to John Wayne Parr. He's given us everything over the years.
Yeah, absolutely, and he gave it all again. He brought 100% to centre ring tonight, but at the end of the day, it was just a clinical performance from Toby Smith.
So thanks for joining us tonight on Go Fight Live. You've been watching Fight Sports. This has been Power Play Promotions from the Melbourne Pavilion here in Melbourne, Australia. We thank you for joining us. My name's John Fergus.
I'm John Cavassini.
And it's good night from me.
And good night from him.
Enjoy this trip. Enjoy this trip. And it is a trip.
Countdown is progressing.
punching, he's dropping bombs.